video. It's a rant video. It's a bit longer video. It's about a single mom instantly regrets shaming man. I just love this kind of videos because, you know, society, feminism, sexism, genderism, whateverism is out there, and drama is everywhere around us. So I do want to check this one out and share my opinion.
Get you a boy.
Okay.
So you accepting or you declining?
Huh?
Accept or decline?
You heard me, huh?
Stop.
You decline, he declined.
Oh, anybody want her?
First of all, I never even picked you. I just wanted to see what was in your pants, but clearly it's not much.
Oh,
Oh, God.
you can't do my friend like that.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Rejected.
She thought that was just going to be a layup, and it ended up being a half-court shot. And ain't that something? As fast as she was ready to throw the cheeks his way, because she thought she had him in the palm of her hand, she was just as fast to start shaming and insulting that man.
But that is so mean. Like, she literally touched him down there, and she turned around and, you know, kind of rubbed herself on him. And then when he says, like, no, thank you, she's like, okay, you're, like, not worth it either way.
Soon as he rejected her. Surprise, surprise.
Hi, Dicky.
How you doing?
Hey,
You are gorgeous, by the way.
thank you. You look fine yourself.
Thank you.
All right, so I gotta ask.
What's up? Ask me anything.
Are we trying to say that Tia doesn't have a filter?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
Making six figures?
Yes.
And do you live alone or with your parents?
Live by myself.
So you ain't got no roommates?
No roommates, anything.
Oh, okay, good. Because I can't be wasting my time with anyone less than a boss. Period.
A few moments.
Dude, what the hell? It's like dating nowadays in America is like going for a job interview.
Later.
I hear you. I respect that, definitely. What about you? You got a job?
I mean, I just started my OnlyFans, so it's about to be up. It's getting there.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That's not a job.
Something ain't right.
Okay. Well, do you live with your parents?
I mean, I live with a couple friends, but, like, I'm about to be up, so it's getting there.
Oh, hell no!
Get out.
How's your credit, at least? Because how you gonna get you on the spot? You got good credit?
My dad about to help me with that, but, like, it's getting there.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh no, I feel like, guys, this is more of a parody. Like, it's not real, you know? You can see that it's not real.
Out.
Excuse me?
You're getting out. You talking about all this value stuff and you can't even value yourself, man.
bye.
Them looks ain't everything.
Looks ain't everything. Exactly.
If your daddy ain't shit, clap your hands.
Woman sings "If Your Daddy Ain't Shit, Clap Your Hands" with her 4 children. Thoughts?
Why you not saying your daddy ain't shit either?
All right, guys, there you have it. And guys, think about this for a
I mean, to be honest, if the daddy left them and never looked back, he probably is shit, and the kids should know that. But if the daddy is there, showing up, you know, being there, trying his best, then that's a different story.
second. Think about this. Think about just the level of dysfunction that probably goes on in that house on a daily.
How could
because
you
have
assume when you don't know what the
adult
daddy
who's in
did?
charge is lacking so much as far as when it comes to the level of
What if the
maturity
daddy
she
was
should be
mean?
exhibiting as an example to her children.
Wait, that's the daddy? No, that's 4 children. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Think about the fact that she took her kids, she set them up, she let them know that, hey, we're going to do this TikTok video now. I'm going to sing this part and say this about your fathers, and then you're going to clap your hands and do this part, and we're going to make the TikTok video. You ready? Think about how that had to go down. And as people are starting to see more videos like this,
Guys, I
People
have to pause for 1 second. Don't teach me wrong stuff about America. Like, as a person who never was in America and doesn't engage with a lot of Americans, you come to me and you say, nah, this is pretty normal in American among Black community. Even if there is truth in that, it's so detrimental. Like, it is so important to be 100% factual, because everything you say for people who have never been to America, you are representing your country, and then you say stuff like that, and then we portray an image, or we visualize an image that is 100% not really factual, but pretending to be, and then we come up with wrong ideas about America. And me personally, of course, I would not take someone's comment as 100% fact, but there are people who are too naive, and then when they hear stuff like that will, you know, think the worst about America, and then they will go and spread untruth throughout their life as well. So be careful what you say. it really is not. Like, don't represent your country as that. Let others judge for you.
People
Not for you, like for themselves.
aren't falling for it anymore. People aren't sitting here feeling
And everyone's
bad
experience
or
is different,
sympathetic
yeah.
about your situation and your plight, because ultimately your actions put you in a position in life that led you to having to deal with your present and current situation. First comment says, I don't care how much my baby daddy sucks. I will never do something like this in front of my kids. That's so ignorant. Honestly, if he ain't ish, why waste time bashing him, especially to the kids? Do your job as a mother and don't think about him. Next commenter reads, I would never bash my kid's dad in front of them, and I know one ain't shit.
You know, like, that is so true, because if you bash the closest people to you like that, you are giving them an idea that it's completely normal to bash others. They grow up thinking that it's completely normal to put other people down like that and talk trash about, like, tomorrow maybe your kids don't like you as a mother, so they're gonna go and talk to other people. If my mother is shit, clap my hands, you know, like, that is the example you're giving them. So don't teach them to be disrespectful like that towards elderly, especially their parents.
Oh, man. Oh, she in the same boat. She over here with multiple baby daddies, but at least she not bashing them. Next commenter reads, that's crazy. It's more of a reflection of her, though. She picked them. And that's the thing that women like this seem to forget or ignore. That bashing a man who is a poor father, who you decided to have kids with outside of a marriage, is only showing your inability to choose a man correctly, is only showing that you have low standards for yourself, is only showing that you don't really hold yourself accountable for what you do. It says highly inappropriate. This is a her and him problem. This is how children learn to show hatred and be disrespectful. Another comment says, and these are the kids I get in my classroom every year, disturbing the peace because the mama has created culture. Shame on you, mom. Shame on your kids too. So sad. I mean, you can't blame the kids. Kids are kids. They're going to listen to their mama. They're going to, most of the time, kids are going to fall in line and do what the mother say.
True.
Even if they don't agree with it, they don't know any better. But as a former educator myself, single parent households, single mothers, where you would have the mother come in and you just knew that the reason why that student was always having trouble being disciplined,
thank you for subscribing,
listening
Lottie.
and following authority,
Hi, I hope you enjoy
not
the
being
emote.
a disturbance
Welcome
to the
the
classroom.
community.
You knew that from the moment you had a conversation with the mother, it started
He's
at
going
home.
on a rant.
And the last commenter says, a toxic parent is way more detrimental than an absent one. Walk in love, mama.
Oh, you showed a different one.
These New York is trash. Trash. Don't with these horrible. Horrible. Stay the fuck away from us then, Missy Elliott. Fuck.
Exactly. That's what you get. Instant
So men
karma.
nowadays, I think it's harder because they, feel like they need to be making probably.
All right, let me read the text. Papa's views on men and women sharing responsibility. Listen up. This is sweet, but honestly, it is not realistic for one person working a regular job to pay all the bills and rent in this day and age.
100.
Oh, yeah. That's what our parents, grandparents will never understand is when they tell you, things like this, all you have to say, back in the day, you could afford a house. Now, with full-time job, even 2 jobs, like 2 people working under one roof cannot afford a house. Back then, you afforded a car, a house, all by yourself while the wifey was raising the kids. All right, so times have changed. It is completely different, but a lot of people will never own a house anymore in this generation and further to come in this economy.
$125,000 to $150,000 a year to be able to take care of the family by themselves, and some of these companies just aren't paying that.
Okay, so how do you handle that? Here's the way you handle it. If that's the case, then let the wife go out and find whatever she can find and contribute to the support of the house. But now that's not the end of it. If she's going to go out and work and she'll take care of the house, then he's got to go out and work and come back and help her take care of the house.
Yeah.
You have to share it all together if you're going to do it that way. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But now, time is hard, so he's not making enough, so she got to work. Then she goes to work and come back and takes up the house, and he goes to work and come back and jump in the bed and watch television. That ain't the way it ought to be.
Right.
Yeah, you see.
I agree.
You can deal with the situation, and you have to deal with it. We have to deal with what is, but do it fairly. So you won't overwork your wife. Yeah, you want your wife.
Never overwork the wife. And this is the thing. It's not like back in the day where a man works the whole day, comes back and can sit on a couch and watch TV, and all the rest of the obligations in the house is upon the woman because that's her job in the house. It's not like that anymore. If both of them are working outside the house, 50-50 inside the house as well, whether they have kids or not, all the responsibilities are 50-50. And that's why only marriages like that will work nowadays. If you don't realize that and you have a different idea about what a man's supposed to do in a marriage and what a woman is supposed to do, then you are living in a different era and age, and that's not going to work for you, and probably your marriage is not going to work either.
To respond to you, and she respond to you and vice versa. Well, then share everything else. That's all I'm saying, and I will say it until I go home to heaven. That's just the way it ought to be.
That's so nice. I love how we said until I go to heaven.
Social media has basically come a place where it's not hard to find the most delusional, illogical statements and things that people say each and every day. But if you look hard enough, you'll find people who are actually logical and make sense. Because here's the reality. It's not the 1950s, 60s, 70s.
Exactly.
A house is no longer $15,000.
Exactly.
A brand new car off the lot isn't less than $5K. College isn't free. And the reality is there are plenty of hardworking American men and women who bust their butts each and every day going to a job. A lot of times that they don't even like themselves. They only do it because they're getting a paycheck so that they can be able to live a half-decent life. Listen, the fact is this, y'all.
So true.
You can expect whatever you want in a relationship from the other person. But unless you actually communicate it well and make sure that it's an understanding because you set boundaries and standards for that person, for each other, then all that talking is pretty much just filling the room with hot air. And we've seen it on both sides through social media with men and women, where men make themselves look really bad. They try to shame and put their woman out there on social media that they're with because they're out there being the sole provider for the house. But when they come home, they don't even have a hot meal to eat. The house isn't in order. The woman isn't holding up her end of the bargain. But honestly, if you even have to get to that point, that situation has gotten far too out of hand because he didn't set his standards or he allowed his standards and boundaries to be broken without any consequence. And the same thing goes with women who will get with the man who isn't paying all the bills and isn't helping out around the house and isn't really pulling his weight, but they'll still stick with that man and let them dig, decimate, dismantle, and destroy her guts because he know how to hit it right or because she simply doesn't want to be alone. And the reason that ends up happening to some men and women is because of the decisions that they make that end up leading them up until that point.
Another video trying to prove that women are stronger.
I literally commented the other day about it. Let me see, is it here in the notifications? I literally commented, can I open this? No, just like that. I said 8 days ago, please don't say dismantle my gut, it hurts just to think about it. And then I got replies. Today I answered these. Fearmonger said, what else can he dismantle and destroy if not your guts? A man has to dismantle and destroy something. And then Miss Wee said, Bunny, you crack me. What's funny is seeing you offended. Your reaction on your channel when Charles uses the 4Ds in his video. And I'm like, bruh, I love watching his vids, but it hurts. Imagine I say it on every video, stepping on your balls, pulling your D. It gives you discomfort. Like, literally, like, imagine every time I say pulling your D, squishing your balls. It's like you feel it. You literally feel it, right? So like, honestly, like, he needs to stop this. Hi, Antoine.
Let's do this. Who births men? Can't get pregnant without a man, can you? Next. Who do men run to when they are sick? Since the number of male physicians outnumber female physicians, it's most likely a man. Next. Who wins the record for IQ? Terrence Tao, who has an IQ of around 230, the highest IQ ever measured. Next.
No. I think when she asked who has the, like, on average, women IQ versus men IQ, not like the person with the highest IQ.
Run to when they need divine intuition? Jesus Christ. Next. Who is scientifically emotionally stronger and have a higher pain tolerance? With the emotionally stronger question,
it is women. It is women. They're emotionally stronger than men. That's why the rate of men actually, the S word is more and higher than women, because women can tolerate emotional distress more than men.
Presents were higher among women than among men. So you tell me. With the pain tolerance, according to the NIH...
The reason why the antidepressant was higher among women than men, because women will use antidepressants and still survive and be alive, while men will stop using that and then do something really bad.
Male participants have higher pain tolerance than females. Next. Who did God send to Adam to complete him because he felt incomplete? He made Eve a woman from Adam's rib. He didn't send her. Dang. That's tough.
And this is where we are at right now.
Don't take that as God said that women are beneath men. No, the reason people take that comparison is because a woman needs to be protected by a man, and the easiest way for a man to protect it is when he hugs her and he shields her. Her position of her head is around his ribs, and that's why that all exists there, because a man is supposed to be the protector of a woman. At least that's how I understand that.
Where women who have this modern feminist mentality feel it's necessary to consistently have the urge and need to compete with men, to somehow prove that they're better than men or that they can outdo men. And it's a competition that, for the most part, in
no
general,
one is better. We all have
no
our own
in
participation in the world, you know?
Women out there,
we have our roles.
Whole, men need to splurge on dinner dates, train. Okay, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you worth a $300, $400, $500 dinner date? Okay, because let's be real, a lot of you wouldn't even spend that kind of money on your own self for dinner. Okay,
yeah,
because as we speak, you are thawing out a frozen pizza.
And guys, let me say this. Something you got to realize is that women will often say things.
Like, if you don't think you're worth it for your own self, why would you think there is a guy out there who think that you are worth it? Like that, like a $500. Like, why do you expect a guy to think that highly of you if you yourself don't think that highly of yourself?
That they know aren't the truth. They'll say it in the time because it sounds good and it puts them in a particular light. So when you hear women speak and say a guy is required to at least be spending $200, $300, $400, $500 on the first date, she's not saying that necessarily because she believes that, or even because she's really had men spend that much money on her on the first date.
PlayStation 5 is
because
less.
Quite frankly, we know that while she may have had men spend that much money on her to get access to time and even her body, she's also allowed men who give far less to gain access to her time and her body. So then the question becomes, why would they say such a thing? Because all the times when you hear women who speak on that, they're usually the type of woman who is equating money with class, money with status, money with something that's high value, high standard.
For guys, life would be easier if they have the looks or if they have the money. Like, let's be honest, good-looking guys pick up men that are good-looking. Women will say yes to a date with them immediately if they know how to, like, speak with confidence and they look really good. There you go. Or if they have money, some women will say yes. Doesn't even matter how they look like, I guess.
And
some women, not me,
dictate and be the end-all be-all on if a man values them or not. These are usually the same type of people who will go into the mall, go to the Gucci store, go to Prada or wherever else you can find some overpriced
and window shop
material, purse, shoes, whatever, and spend $1,000 on it simply based on the fact that it's a name brand that costs $1,000.
Yeah, even though the product could be the same.
And it must be classy because it costs a lot of money. Meanwhile, they're out there living a struggle life, trying to figure out how they're going to pay rent because they made some bad financial decisions on some clothes that were made somewhere for $10, $20, and it got 1,000% markup.
You want to know why a lot of y'all asses is probably still single? On a serious note, because nothing ever satisfies you. There are a lot of nice gentlemen out here doing and executing what you supposedly claim that you want a man to do.
True.
But you're deeming it invalid because he's not giving Chris Brown or Trey Songz or Drake or all these people that you see on social media. I'm okay with having preferences, but y'all keep crying wolf, and there are men literally out here doing it. That's okay. Why are you deeming him invalid? He's the nice guy, right? You're deeming him invalid because why? He doesn't make enough. He's not rough enough. He don't check you the way you want to get checked. That sounds diabolical. Realistically speaking, your demands aren't being met because you're not deeming anything worthy enough. So what do you want men to do if nothing's ever going to be enough?
Anytime I see a straight male on the Stairmaster, on the stair stepper, I'm like, okay, girl dinner. That's for girls.
No.
It's for girls only.
No, it's not.
Shut up, bitch.
Look, I think when men are not prepared to be as attractive women. So the only time a man is as attractive woman is when he's successful and is publicly noted.
True.
Because this means he's the package. And then she sees her life the way it would be. If she knows herself enough, she would know what's sufficient and what's not, right? So then now you become that attractive. Because like if we made a man, right, if we picked him out in body parts, like you picked his face, we picked his arms, his shoulders, his torso, we built a perfect man, right? We look at him, if you don't have the other qualities of being a man, you would look at that pretty dude on the couch and say, if you don't get your ugly
Yeah, true.
off of my couch.
True.
Listen, nothing in life is an absolute where it's going to always be 100%. There's always going to be some men who are able to get away because they have the gift of gab or they're attractive
True.
enough to women that
That's what I said. Like
some
either
women
be
will willing
attractive
to
or very
pretty much
successful.
lower their standards or compromise their standards because they allow their lust for that man and their attraction towards that man to overwhelm them.
Yeah.
But by and large, as a man, you have to create your value by your ability to create more and more resources. Anyway, guys, these are
So
questions.
honestly, my best advice, if you don't look good or you don't think you look good, then go with becoming successful financially if you want a woman nowadays. And unfortunately, I'm saying this because a lot of women looking for those values. Not everyone. Sometimes there are gems out there, all right? And if you ask me, I don't freaking care. I do my own job. I do my own thing. Respect is important. Mutual attraction is important. And life, how you perceive life and how you see life and what your idea of life is important when I look into a man. But yeah, and having fun and having laughs, you know. But there are women out there, I guess in America mostly, who are different. And yeah, that's my advice. So get on it.
Go ahead and you can drop them down below. Don't forget,
Standards
you
are
guys been
too
enjoying
high,
the content, like what you're watching, hit that like
Sadly,
and subscribe
it is what it
button
is.
for more. And as always,
I'm not one of a kind. No, I'm not one of a kind. There's a lot of women like me. Just have to find them. My uncle challenged me to a muscle contest.
For real? Look like you was in a dry shirt contest right now. Look like you was ready to pass some gas. You all right? I heard a little squirt. Was that you?
I heard a squirt.
You want to see my
Just
workout?
calling him
I
farting.
done got that. You see those arms? Look at those arms. Look at those arms.
No.
He loves these guys.
All is a will beer on your stomach.
You know, Goodyear called me, right?
The stomach, though.
Goodyear called me, told me, you come on up. They got a little spot for me at the tire shop. That's all I'm saying. They want some of them steel radios that right in here. I got a steel radio. Look. That's an old snow tire right there. Boy, I'm telling you, somebody ought to come get that.
guys, you already know what to do. Check out these guys' channel. Show them some support.
He loves this
I
channel.
don't even know them. I never met them, but like I said, I just wanted to support their channel because I can appreciate what they're doing.
I will only give you like when you don't say
Anyway, guys, as
dismantle.
always, questions,
Not
comments,
that you
and thoughts,
care.
go ahead and drop them down below.
I'm just saying.
Always appreciate
Nah, it's
everybody
okay, I like
chiming in, sharing their thoughts and perspective. Don't forget, you've been enjoying the content. Hit the like and subscribe button to continue watching more.
Like and subscribe.
And as always,
just
until
like
next
it,
time.
Pepe. I did. You didn't have to tell me what to do, okay? Just because you're a man, you didn't have to tell me what to do. Just kidding, guys. I love you.